All right, hey everybody. Welcome to Heresy and Damnation, Choir of the Void.
All right, hey everybody.
Welcome to Heresy and My bad. Episode 13. So this is our first tabletop game since the hiatus through April. We're going to be doing this new kind of seasons thing a little bit. How's chat doing? Hi everybody. And we're going to be doing this new seasons thing where, like, every once in a while I'm going to take a month-long hiatus from running so that I can catch up with things. Tao, I think this was your idea, so we're going to run through a couple of things to do with the schedule real quick, and then we'll introduce everybody and we'll move along. So let me just fix something here. And maybe that'll work. That might work. That might not work. Okay, we're gonna see what loads. Okay, so for the schedule upcoming, we have a few things on the docket. Firstly, we have a where the hell is it? There we go. Schedule. We have Lost in Theros next Wednesday on the 11th. So that is also coming back at 7 p.m. US East. We have A Break in Tradition on the 13th. That is 2 days after Lost in Theros. That is a Friday. That is at 7 p.m. US East. That is the first episode of that 3-shot for Valgast. And then we have A Break in Tradition again on the 27th and then on the 10th of June. Our session 0 for the next Valgast 3-shot is on the 14th. That game is closed. We're not accepting any new players for that game. We are accepting new players for Lost in Theros. So if you want to join that, you can. Go ahead and send me a message. You can join our Discord and our community at the following Discord link as soon as I get back to Twitch. Discord link. Discord. Okay. Follow that link and you can join our community. And if you'd like to join one of our games, you can do that there. Alright, our next Heresy and Damnation game is on the 15th of May. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and talk about Heresy and Damnation real quick. Heresy and Damnation is a first edition Dark Heresy game, and that is Warhammer 40k. We adhere to most of the rules in the book, but we kind of throw out some of them, and that's because really it's not a great rule book. So with that in mind, we are gonna go ahead and introduce our characters here. We have 3 players tonight. We have Tao. Tao, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Tao playing the Imperial Cycler. Happy to be here.
Okay.
Yay.
We also have Lee. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm playing Gabriel, the only person to graduate college ever.
And we have Walking Deadman. Go ahead.
I'm Walking Dead Man, also known as Brian, and I am playing Prospero, the Mega Bolter Haint, Tech Priest Servant of the Omnis.
You certainly are. I'd like to make the group thing bigger, please. It's not letting me touch it. Okay, never mind. I'm going to stop touching it. All right, with everybody introduced, let's go ahead and get started here. Who remembers where we left off last?
I just sent some people to go do some stuff.
You certainly did send some people to go do some stuff. You had discovered some information about a couple of addresses, and you were already nose deep in the books when you had discovered a cryptoglyph. And you studied that for a little bit, and then you turned that over to the Inquisitor. That information that you learned from the accounting books of the Hanging Scimitar. I'm getting a little feedback from somewhere. was instrumental in locating a couple of locations. One location where the drugs were being shipped out in the hinterlands outside the city, and then another location that was within the city and was receiving the money from the drug dealing operation. The stormtrooper teams that you gave the information to split up. One team went to the operation out in the hinterlands, and another team went to the operation downtown in Naiad District. With that happening, or having happened, you are basically, the three of you in downtime. Tal, your character Bartrand, and Prospero had managed to... Beetlejuice, that's right. Sorry, my bad. You're reading Bartrand, so I read it on your name right there. Yeah, that's what happened. Beetlejuice and Prospero had grouped up and gotten into a car. You went downtown, and you burned a building to the ground with your psychic powers. And Prospero basically was your driver and your wheelman, and he got you the hell out of there before the cops or anyone else showed up. So, any questions before we start? No?
No, I think everyone has done what they do to the best of their ability.
Okay. We won't be having Maria's player tonight with us anymore. They have opted to leave the game, and we may or may not have Livesey back, so he will be returning player if he can get out of bed in time and join us. With that, that's all we have for announcements. Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh no, not that one. My bad. You guys are over here. Okay. So it's your scene. You all may do what you'd like.
I remember we were playing poker or something.
Yes. We were playing cards.
I think Prospero was just watching, if I recall correctly.
So Beetlejuice, Gabriel, and Luther are playing cards at this moment.
Yeah, because I think they were playing when I came in, and I sat down to watch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Gambles. I think Gamble's a skill.
Yeah.
Off the top of my...
That is a skill.
Yeah. Is it a basic skill? It is. Yeah, go ahead and roll Gambles. Oh, so close, Gabriel. 0.2 degrees off. Tau, of course, you unfortunately do not pass the gamble check with 2.5 degrees off. Let's go ahead and roll for our boy here. Where the hell is your frickin' character sheet, Luther? Jesus, okay. Let's do it this way. He rolled a 14. He will pass. He will take your money. And let me go.
Wouldn't it have been better to win that hand, friend Hooch?
That was a mistake.
Well, can you count cards in poker?
No, that's a blackjack thing.
Yeah, it's not a poker thing. Poker's all about bluffing and deception, and you know.
Well, if you're able to calculate like the percentage of the cars that are gonna appear on the bridge, you can have like a percentage of how often you can win with your hand, and then bet accordingly.
Only counts for Texas Hold'em.
Oh, okay.
I think you mean Necromunda Hold'em.
Yeah, Necromunda Hold'em.
Corpse Hold'em.
Corpse Hold'em. My favorite game is Armageddon Stud. All right. Nice. All right. Let's get going again. Luther says, "You guys sure you want to keep playing, or you want to head in and bunk down for the night?"
What I'd really like to know is exactly what the Inquisitor thinks, or exactly what the Inquisitor plans to do with the codes that I gave him. You know?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Luther shrugs and he says, "Look, if I knew the mind of an Inquisitor, I wouldn't have had some significant physical trauma 50 years ago. So, best to leave." What were you gonna say?
Is this physical trauma, as soon as you said, like, visible?
No, he's wearing his Mechanicum robes, and you can't really tell what he's referencing.
Okay.
He says, "If I knew the mind of an Inquisitor, I would say to not know the mind of an Inquisitor. Most of them are very, very crazy." So,
That seems like a solid foundation for an organizational structure.
yeah, it is what it is.
Is it?
That's what he says.
Yeah, no, I just feel like
Query. Does that mean it also was what it was?
Yes.
Further query. Will it be what it will be?
Yes.
This is this, and that is that.
Prospero looks absolutely fascinated by all this.
He's having an existential crisis in ones and zeros.
It's like he's trying to learn quantum physics by scratch.
Oh man, poor Prospero. What's he thinking about right now?
Right now, Prospero is thinking, I rescued friend Maria and friend Hooch, and then friend Maria immediately went and got herself kidnapped again. Where did I go wrong?
Luther looks pensive for a second, then he says, "Look, I mean, if you really want to know, you're gonna have to ask him, Gabriel. It is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I can't.
saying that.
Well, I've.
Could be burning another building down.
No, he's in his office. It's just I'm not gonna be the guy who goes in there and tries to poke that. I'm not gonna be the one that pokes that. What's a good metaphor? Pokes that fear cat. Nope, no thanks.
Fair enough. I suppose rest is probably the best idea.
He says, "Well, it's getting late on in hours. I'm gonna head to the rack myself, gentlemen." And he heads off towards the armory.
Now,
Did
do we have a...
did you remember to pick up his money?
Of course he did, yeah.
No.
We have a barracks, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think is over this way somewhere.
No. The barracks is down this way.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my bed is already marked for me.
Beetlejuice is going to go to his room. He's of a profession where if you get rest, you should take rest.
Alright,
I'm having quite a time controlling this thing.
there you go.
I'm there more or less. Prospero is going to plug their guns and themselves into a wall socket and
Alright.
just lean it and sit down.
Okay, yeah, you plug yourself in, you feel the warm hum of electricity, and you go ahead and charge up. You charge your guns, and you guys can take some rest.
Amazing. I get all my spells back on this long rest.
If this was D&D, this is where I would say you may take a long rest. However, it is not. So, okay. We will now go ahead and move to the next scene. The following day, provided there's nothing else that you guys would like to discuss, Lord Lumina calls you into his office. Or, not into his office, into the briefing room, rather. So I'll move you guys, or I'll move you guys. Oh, never mind. My bad.
Oh.
Sorry, I was gonna move you guys.
Okay, we good.
And the other people that are there are our two primes and Luther. Rascal is on the left. And we have Tindaros on the right. Lord Limina begins the conversation saying, last night's operations were both a success. However, we have more work to do regarding that. If you will bring your attentions to your data slates, I will update you with some additional information in your evidence log. For the benefit of the stream, I have the evidence information up on screen for you. You may not be able to read it very well because... There we go. I've zoomed in for you. So I will now read it as it goes. Begin combat log. Transcript startup. Timestamp 11:36:01. 7/1/865 M41. Today is the 2nd of July. For Inquisition eyes only, logging voice patterns, assigning identifiers. ITS Squad Bravo, code Screaming Eagles. TP K1 C2 M3 B4. Logging ambient noises, checking audio library, registered noise of Valkyrie engine. Begin transcription. VP-1. Vox check, boys and girls. We're coming up on the target site. B4. Bravo 1-4, bucket, good to go. Bravo 1-3, milk, locked and loaded. Bravo 1-2, Senna, is it ever gonna stop raining? Bravo 1-2, confirm Vox is working. Vox is working, ready to roll. All cocked and ready. Bravo Prime, Vox is loud and clear. Bravo Squad is ready to proceed. VP-1. Alright, our call sign is Thunder. Want me to sweep the compound first? Little spray and pray? Negative. Get Auspex reading, biosigns, energy readings, thermal flares, the usual. Confirm Bravo Prime, running scan now. 30 seconds pass. Bravo Prime, I've got no life signs. There's plenty of energy flares, but they're old. No thermal readings. Site is cold. Confirm no life signs. No thermal. Low energy. Confirmed. Briefing said site was supposed to have roughly 14 gangers. Orbital scans from Righteous Wisdom indicated as of 24 hours ago, this site was... Sorry, I'm having some trouble with the size of the thingy. Let me scroll back. This site was occupied. Thunder, circle the site a moment. Close. Let's see if anyone pokes their head out at the noise. Milk, get on that heavy bolter. Fuck anything that pops its head out. Thunder acknowledges. Affirmative Prime on the Emperor's heavy bolter. Heavy bolter cycles. 2 minutes pass. Alright, site is switched off. Put her down over there by that garage. We'll check that first. Affirmative Bravo Prime, landing by the garage. 30 seconds pass. Landing sounds consistent with Valkyrie landing patterns. System switch to mobile tracking. Breach, bang, clear. Loud noises register. Flash and bang registered. Garage clear, Prime. No one's home. Bloodstains over here. Casings too. Firefight? I've got holes in the wall over here and some more splatter. There's no gun over here. No body. Fully automatic 9P machine pistol here. Mag's empty. Next building, quiet. Cal, put a Melta on that fuel tank. We blow it if shit goes sour. Thunder, acknowledge. Melta, ready to go. Thunder acknowledges. We've put a Melta on the fuel tank in the garage. Hazard noted. Hazard noted, lifting off now. Circling compound. Acknowledged. Silence registered. 2 minutes. Building's quiet. Think this is the barracks or something. See some drugs on that table there, and there's a lot of blood. Door unlocked? Unlocked. Entering quietly. Affirmative. This is like the garage, but worse. A lot more blood, a lot more holes in the walls. Brass all over the floor. Milk, cover them. Covering. Office back here. Should get the nerds in here to look at this stuff. Mark it. We're not sticking around. Something's off. Copy. You hear that? My bad, I was filling up the bags of drugs. They're kind of soft, you know, like a finish that sentence bucket and your name will be your job. Focus up. Shutting up Prime. There's nothing else here. Barracks is empty. Everyone's dead. Thunder, see anything? Acknowledged, Bravo Prime. Nothing on Auspex for the past few minutes. Outer perimeter is clear. Bravo is the only thing on scopes. Team, next building. Good signal on that Melta, Califas? Good signal still. Things ice cold, though. Bucket, take lead. Copy. Silence, 22 seconds. There's a lot of crates here full of drugs. This is enough to keep St. Astrid's high for 1,000 years. Should we torch it? Something bad happened here. We'll clean the site when the Acolytes are done here. Milk, get some pics of the buildings. Califas, go with her. Copy, Prime. Let's go, Cal. Yep. Does he know it's a hollow recorder? Yeah, but he's old-fashioned. 30 minutes scrubbed from record. Nope. Not mission-pertinent discussion. And log. I'll give you guys a minute to continue looking over that at your own pace if you'd like.
Gabriel does roll his eyes at the nerd's comment.
Question, GM. Am I able to tell anything from the codes and stuff? Does that tell me anything as a tech priest?
By codes, are you talking about the VP1, the B4, that stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Those are just their signifiers for them as individuals.
Okay.
So C2 is Senna, member of Bravo Squad number 2. For example. M3 is Bravo 1-3 Milk.
So, out of character, it seems like this is being the logs from the team that went to the drug production facility.
That's right.
And everybody was already dead.
Yeah.
And I take it you didn't send a third extra team just in case?
There isn't a third extra team.
Right.
I assume that last part was in character.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose they are
There's
correct
just-
in the sense that I will need to take a look at exactly what killed them all before I can make any further judgments.
What were you going to say, Prospero?
Prospero looks at whoever talks, but in between, when no one's saying anything, they just stare at Lord Luminous.
Lord Lumina kind of stares back like, what?
I'm sure he's used to the weirdness of tech priests.
Yeah. I mean, he hangs out with Luther, so... okay. So Lord Lemina says, I will be sending you three there to that site to check it out. I will have Bravo's squad go with you. You guys are in for a Valkyrie ride. Anything that you want to say about that before you guys head out?
Is combat expected?
No, however, that's why Bravo's squad is going to be there, just in case something goes horribly wrong.
Could something go horribly wrong?
Something can always go horribly wrong.
Oh no.
That is... Alright, I guess, yeah, if there isn't... I take it they didn't see who might have done this, or it would have been included in this report.
Tindaro says, we didn't see anyone there. There was nobody there at all.
Nobody alive.
Nope.
How many bodies?
No bodies.
Just blood.
Just blood.
More concerning. And more frustrating. But alright.
Okay. Any other remarks from the team?
Not at this time.
Tao and Deadman?
No, nothing from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. We will move on to the next scene then. After a short Valkyrie ride across the wastes, you guys, of course, went up to the Imperial base and you hopped on a Valkyrie and you flew over. You are dropped off outside of this compound here. You're more or less aware of the base itself, this base itself, because of the holo picks that were given to you. So what you see right now is what you expect, not how things actually are. Other than, you know, the exterior from where you are and your allies here. So Tindaros and the rest of the team get dropped off, and Tindaros says to the three of you, "Alright, feel free to split up, but if you guys Don't mind. Make sure that somebody is with you at all times, alright? I don't want anyone to go disappearing on anybody. Is that okay?
Understandable.
Any preferences with who you want to hang out with?
Not particularly, but if someone can take me to where the most blood is, start there.
I think it was over here in this building. And he points to this one.
I ask if someone can direct me to I don't know, do they have like a console or data slates or anything like that?
We saw some computer consoles in the this building here, this structure. Looked like it was part of the office/rec room.
Then I'll head in that direction as well.
Okay. Okay, so Tindaris will go with you. He'll motion for Milk and Caliphas to come along too, since Gabriel is also here. Beetlejuice, where are you going to go?
I'm going to accompany Prospero.
Okay. So it looks like all of you are coming in the same direction. Alright. Okay, so the three of you can go ahead and there. You guys should have control over yourself. Should have control over yourselves. So feel free to move about as you like.
Okay, there we go. Before anyone steps in, I will be sort of taking photos of everything, especially the ground, just so our footprints don't disturb anything.
Okay.
And then just be looking for
Stuff.
yeah, I'm starting to get an estimate on how much blood is here, like how many, if it's a single person's worth, multiple people's worth,
Okay.
and if it's explicitly just blood or blood and gore.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a. Let's see, what kind of sciencey stuff would be applicable for that? Roll me a seen this before.
4.6 degrees success.
Very nice. This room, this building, you're looking around it and you're definitely thinking to yourself, oh, this is a prefab building that gets dropped from orbit and is built to kind of be like the first steps towards repopulating a planet. It's a self-sufficient building. It comes with life support, comes with housing, and comes with, you know, its own recreation and scanning equipment. So whatever kind of staff usually winds up here is, you know, precursor to colonization of the world. Usually a hostile world environment. So you're kind of interested to see this structure here because it has been a very long time since St. Astrid's was environmentally hostile to life. Well, human life.
Indeed.
This structure also reflects that. It is quite old. A lot of the stuff in here that came with the building is showing its signs of age. With that in mind, you do see that there are out of the 14 people that are supposed to have been here, this room, there at least 65% of them or more were killed in this room. And it is blood and gore. It's all over the place. You also find that there is casings from spent shells, guns here, there, like under a table or dropped, and it's covered in blood and gore, and it kind of blends in, so you don't notice it right away, or everybody else doesn't notice it right away. But that pile of viscera looks suspiciously gun-shaped, so you pick it up and you're like, oh, this is a machine pistol, that sort of thing. And so,
is the gore sufficient to make up the mass of the bodies that are missing, or have the bodies also been moved?
No, it does not make up the mass.
Okay.
The bodies are not there. You don't see any signs of them being moved, though.
No drag marks, no blood trails.
Right. They were killed in this room, and then whatever else happened to them happened in this room. Their mass, as far as the math is concerned, disappeared here.
Okay. The gore, any of it shows signs of chewing?
It looks like some of it might have been bitten through. So perhaps something was chewed or devoured.
And I guess along that line, in the blood, do we see any? Well, we'll definitely see like boot prints, and footprints and stuff like that. Is there anything that looks not like a human's print?
So you do see the stormtrooper's prints. You do see something vaguely insectoid, or perhaps like some kind of Xenos having stepped here and there in the blood.
Okay, that's more concerning. I guess
That is concerning because, as far as you're aware, humans are supposed to be the only life form on St. Astrid's. It has no indigenous life. It is a rock.
okay. So that is more concerning. I will sort of turn to Tindaros and say, was Tindaros the one here last night?
Yes, he was here the night before.
You didn't happen to hear anything biological in the proximity when you arrived, did you?
No, not at all. Scans showed nothing. There was no audio signatures picked up.
No life signs either, no thermal signatures.
Nope. Just energy readings from the buildings, and that was about it.
Right. Okay. I'll point out to everyone sort of like the shape of the print, saying, this looks like some kind of footprint for something that is definitely not following a human body plan.
He nods.
Furthermore, some of this viscera shows signs of being bitten or chewed, which I'm going to take samples of to see if I can detect the presence of digestive enzymes. Like, sort of, almost all biological creatures have some form of digestive enzymes in their saliva. Humans only have carbohydrate digestive enzymes, but some have proteases as well, so I'll be looking for that.
Okay. He seems to be disinterested, but is going to let you do your thing, because that's what you're here for. But
right, and he doesn't seem to react to the notion that some big bad bug was what did this.
Not outwardly. He is a stormtrooper, and he's a prime at that. They are the best of the best that non-augmented humanity can offer, and so mind of steel. He doesn't really show any fear or anything like that, but he's definitely looks like he's taken note of that.
I will also turn to Beetlejuice and say, I don't know if you'll find anything regarding the thing that killed them, because I don't know if the thing that killed them was sentient. I think it was some kind of animal. But perhaps sort of a normal animalistic fear in those it killed would also be... I don't really know how your thing works, but can you confirm or deny whether or not a big, scary monster animal was here?
I don't know, CJ, is that something I could try to roll for?
You could definitely roll a senescience and see if the death echoes of the room would give you some kind of clue as to what killed them. That is a thing you could do.
Mm-hmm. What would be the roll for it?
It's just senescience.
Okay.
And just tap into the ambient psychic energy here and see what you can pick up.
I want to roll for senescence. Let's roll. Let's re-roll that.
Okay.
You know what? I cannot do that.
You could re-roll. I mean, it's just senescience. It doesn't cost you anything. You can wait a little while and do it again.
Oh wait! Then why did I re-roll? I'm stupid. Okay. So, I guess I'm just gonna keep trying.
Okay.
And when I succeed, you can tell me like how long it took.
Sure thing.
Oh wow, that was a good one.
I'm going to say it's going to take you a good 15 minutes to sift through the screaming to get any underlying impressions. With 4.7 degrees of success, I will say that you have definitely latched on to some bestial, unsatiable hunger. That was here. There's an imprint of that. You do feel the death echoes of all 14 men around the compound from where you're sitting. Most of them were in this room. And you do also feel that there was a powerful psyker within the vicinity when it happened, but you're unable to pinpoint the location, nature. But it was definitely human, and it was definitely tainted.
Yeah, I'm going to like absorb this. Lee, can you give me a quick recap of everything Gabriel asked?
Namely, well, basically what Gabriel was saying is, can you confirm the hypothesis, or support the hypothesis, that there was some large animal that caused this carnage?
Okay, so CJ, I did not feel an animal, but I did feel something animalistic and like a rogue psyker.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I can connect the dots. Maybe. And Peter just gonna like roll like his eyes like upward. How do you say when you like roll your eyes up below your skull? Not below, the back of your head. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Do a little concentration. Maybe like the winds feel a little weird around everybody. Woo! Psychic shenanigans.
Milk turns to Caliphas and says, "It's real creepy when he does that shit."
I can still hear you.
And I stand by what I said. She gets a little closer over here.
Yeah, he goes back, recomposes himself. Not an animal, I would say. A hypothesis would be a warp creature, because I do feel a psyker. Not a trained one. At least not by the Schola Psychana. Rogue. This is just
Why
a lot
do you believe
worse.
it's not an animal?
Because I only feel something animalistic, but not animal per se. It could be. Just as it could have summoned something to eat them.
Like a bear?
Do you remember what we fought in that house?
Nope.
Just blocked out the memory of Castor and
Perfect.
Crane's house entirely.
And that scared it.
No idea what you're talking about.
While your theory is not completely disproven, the possibility of being something akin to what you don't know, apparently, is also there. I imagine that like Tyrandas, Milk, and Caliphas are like listening to this and like taking notes like Rogue Psyker, Warp Creature,
They're all casually kind of holding their hell guns, like, okay, we're ready to go.
Just another Tuesday.
Yep.
Hoorah!
Give me a rifle, 1 round, and point me towards Berlin.
Oh boy.
It's a World War II quote. Come on.
I never heard it before, but goddamn, I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yeah. They're kind of gung ho. They're Tempestus Scions.
It's their job.
It's their job.
With not anything to do, like Beetlejuice is gonna go to Prospero and check if he'd eat something.
Meanwhile, Prospero, you've been playing around with life support cogitator. What do you want to do?
I saw something marked. I saw something marked life support cogitator, and definitely went to look it over and look over the systems. What can I tell about this setup?
Well, go ahead and give me a tech use.
That should go very well. Let me see here.
Mr. I'm not a true tech priest.
My tech use is 53, and I believe I get a plus 10 from something I've got. I can probably look it up if you want, but I think it's plus 10 if I can plug into something.
Oh, that's plus 10 if you can plug into something. That's your plugging in.
Photograph
I can't plug into this one, huh?
You can. Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead and plug in.
Alright, so that gives me a plus 10. Alright, and success with 5.5 degrees of success.
Ooh, very nice. This life support system has broken down a long time ago. It's got some old logs from when it was first dropped onto the planet. During the Crusade, the Angevin Crusade here that liberated this sector. And
Go
ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, so this is something that's like, this isn't something they were using.
No, that system in particular they weren't really using.
Okay.
But it's been there for a long time.
So I guess my next question is, can I gut it for parts?
Absolutely. It's unnecessary equipment at this point. You can gut it for parts. It's good life support equipment. You could use that for a variety of things.
Very good. He will begin gutting it and just looking like he's doing it for a good reason.
Okay. Yeah, you take your hacksaw to it and open up the side. Screws be damned. You can. How long do you want to spend gutting this system?
I mean, I've obviously had a job to do as well, so I guess more kind of. I'll spend a few minutes grabbing the best stuff I can find, and then I'll move on to.
Okay. With that being your goal, you'll go ahead and you'll grab. Let's call it 3 spare parts.
Okay, great. And then I'll look around for any kind of technological equipment that they were using that might help us.
The auger
investigate it.
The auger array here looks like it might actually be useful because it is
okay.
on. So.
Oh, I will definitely take a look at that then.
Okay, so when you do find him in here, Beetlejuice, he's actually over at this console. And go ahead, give me another tech use for the auger array.
Succeeded again.
There you go. Okay. So as you're going ahead and tapping into this thing, you're looking at some scan logs. It looks like it's been relatively quiet here. You sort of get an idea, a picture of what their routine was based on the comings and goings of the vehicles that got picked up by the auger array. It's not a very powerful one, so it only picked up vehicles. You
Is there a place I can download this information?
You can download it to your data slate, yeah.
Okay. I'm working on that and
Okay.
just investigating things in general.
As you're doing that, you do see the live ping of the Valkyrie that brought you guys here circling around the compound. So it is still with you guys.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Do I see anything else that looks like something I should investigate?
You do see that many of the vehicles that were here are kind of spread out outside of the garage of the compound. They look like they've crashed in the nearby gully. Some of them, and some of them look like they're just like spread out or overturned based on the scan.
Okay. I'm going to direct the everyone's attention to that. Let them know that those were briefly or were owned by the gang, and we may want to investigate them.
Do they look like they were... Sorry. Did they look like they were, like, being... at least tried to be used when the attack happened?
Potentially, Prospero. Looks like, you know, based on the log, the normal operation of the vehicles did not take them anywhere near that gully. They would pull out of the garage, they would start heading towards the city, or they'd be coming back from the city and they'd pull into the garage. These vehicles that did leave the garage went straight out of the garage and tried to keep going, and then something happened to them and they wound up overturned in the ditch, or they wound up on a rock, what have you.
I believe they were fleeing. Whatever killed them, there may be more sign of it there.
Do you have a location on that?
Yes, there's a goalie. And I'm going to use whatever I can get from the thing to pass that on to everybody, where the vehicles are.
Yep, they would be south of the garage. So, Beetlejuice, you came in when he was doing that. You check on him. Seems like he's doing work and getting stuff done. Anything you wanted to say to Prospero?
No, I'm just like waiting for either something to happen.
Okay. The scene's yours, guys.
Is there a trail out of this area?
Do you mean like a well-known walking trail of some kind, or?
No, sorry, no. Like if I can see sort of prints of some non-humanoid creature, can I see? Is there prints leading out of this room, as it were?
From the bloodstains, yes, there were prints of creatures coming into this room and leaving this room.
And the non-human ones as well?
Yeah, the non-human ones as well, through the bloodstains. Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I would like to start sort of like isolating the tracks, putting down the little plastic triangles, and start following them wherever they're going.
Okay. You want to head out of the building?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head you out of the building. Boop. you do see the fuel tank that was previously discussed in the first part of this episode. They were talking about putting a melta on the fuel tank. That's the fuel tank down here.
Right.
Tracks, from what you're trying to see, the dust on the ground has been shifting, it looks like, from the storms and the rain. You're going to need to make a perception check to see if you can locate them. The rain has been pretty terrible to this.
Okay. It's visual, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else I can do to help it? Nope, not yet. Ooh. That's a 4.3 for perception.
Tracks lead this way.
Based on the data I got from Prospero, is that the direction? Is that how you would leave this base to get to the gully?
If you were leaving by foot, there are the stairs here towards this platform, and you could go through this building if you wanted to.
Right. I'd like to go back inside and talk to Tindaris and say, I found some tracks that might be leading where, well, might belong to the creature that did this.
Alrighty.
I presume you've also received Prospero's report on the vehicles?
Yeah, I was standing here when it happened.
Well, if they are the same, then perhaps if the locations lead to the same place, then that might kill two investigative birds with one stone. But if there is a giant monster, then we will need backup.
Well, take Bucket with you.
Sounds good. And I will go look for Prospero and Beetlejuice.
Okay, they're over in the other room.
I'm still poking at stuff. Beetlejuice is watching me poke at stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, I found a set of tracks. I'd be interested in finding out if they line up with where you are, this location you found where the vehicles are.
So Prospero will just immediately stop what they're doing and follow Gabriel.
like the loyal hound, he is ready.
And I'm gonna follow him like a loyal duckling.
Or just like a little line of...
We're just a line of like people wearing robes and nerd clothes.
First Gabriel, then Prospero, then Beetlejuice.
If your intelligence is below 30, you cannot join this party.
Well, good thing everybody's intelligence is above 30.
You must be this smart to join the group.
Alright, so you guys line up and you guys start heading out. Since all of his nerds are leaving, he kind of gets his whole group to babysit you guys. So, go ahead.
Basically, I'll be following the tracks as best I can, and then we'll sort of see if they are traveling in a similar direction to the to where the Prospero's location would end up.
Sure.
Pressure these tracks.
They've been degraded by the rain, but fairly fresh, you said.
Yeah.
I am afraid of this.
So,
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay, what are you casting?
I'm going to cast. Let me just see. Uh, or is it chameleon? Yes.
Ah.
Plus 30 to concealment. So if something tries to target us, I'm probably not gonna be the thing that targets first.
Hmm.
Hopefully.
Unless it's a team.
Unless it's the demon. Okay.
Oh hey. Oh shit.
There you go.
Okay. I am a little bit blurry. Plus 30 to concealment and minus 20 to ballistic sales.
Caliphas says to you, "Wait a minute. Am I drunk? Is he blurry? What's going on here?"
Prospero
He's
hears
the
that.
only one blurry, then logically you'd assume you're not drunk.
Prospero hears this, looks back, and tries to adjust his goggles.
Beetlejuice is still blurry, no matter what you do.
Pulls out the data slate, makes a note to have their eyes checked.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, if you remember during the time where like we were blowing up the buildings, I had a consequence of the warp that like you warped your lenses a little bit, all the glass around, so you were probably already seeing.
Right. I forgot.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of like commiserating and you know wandering towards where Bucket is, who's got you know this kind of like bead on where the tracks go, something happens.
Oh fuck.
Ruh-roh. I will have taken out my my hunting rifle because I don't know how to fully use it yet, but
Okay.
always great to practice.
Alright, so after that horror reveal that lines up with this creature appearing, there is something terrible that comes right out of the ground, just as out of the you know the wet and mushy soil, as if it was part of it at first. Crawls out and just comes up on Bucket and goes ahead and gets a surprise attack off at the poor lad.
Oh no, not Bucket.
Not Bucket! Anybody but Bucket! Hold on. There we go. It's got this, like, sort of insectoid set of lower limbs that are kind of, like, really chitinous, and the feet are kind of like beetle claws a little bit, which kind of makes sense for why that was the footprint, but the upper body is very mannish, and it's sort of like this hybrid between a man and an insect. It's going to have to make its attack with its rending claws and teeth on Bucket. It misses. So Bucket goes, "Oh fuck!" as the claws come in, and its second attack with the haphazard improvised axe also misses. He kind of takes up his gun, deflects the blow, and he. This is where we would roll initiative as more of the creatures come crawling out of the ground near you.
Hey yo, what the fuck? Ah! Don't do it! CJ, are we going to require to do fear tests?
No. And we will take a 10-minute break until 8:15. 11 minutes, 10 minutes. And then we will start again, okay?
Alright, sounds good.
All right. Welcome back to me traumatizing my players with a soundtrack.
You don't get to hear what he says on the background.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and start initiative with Beetlejuice. Go ahead, Beetlejuice. You're up.
Okay, let's go, boys. If you know what they say, you either go balls out or you don't. Okay, CJ, Beetlejuice is going to... So how do you describe them, like, popping up?
They so the ground is muddy already from the rain. And they sort of just, like, crawl up out of the mud, flinging, like, their arms up first, and then they push themselves out, and then pull themselves out all the rest of the way very quickly. They seem to be quite agile.
Okay. Oh, it's raining right now?
Yes.
Okay, so Beetlejuice is going to, like, pick up his staff, swing it in the air, and, like, this explosion, like, this steam explosion is going to, like, come out of him as he stops being blurry. Just these steam go, and it almost feels like the rain as soon as it gets within, like, I would say, like, a foot of him, it just evaporates on top of him. It doesn't, like, rain down on him. He's going to point down to right about here, and it's just this string of steam is going to, like, come. It's going to turn into a fireball, and it's going to explode as I'm going to use the psychic power Firestorm.
Okay.
I'm gonna fireball them. Okie dokie.
Let's see if the power goes off.
Oh boy, if they all have denied the witch. I hope they are actually, like, animals and not and not psychic things. Okay, so I have power well. Let me just remember all my things. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Hopefully. This is my willpower. This is my thing. Okay. With the power well. Add this. Take that. Ooh, a 21 and a psychic phenomena. Would you want me to roll that before or after?
Roll that now, please.
Okay. Psychic phenomena. A natural aura.
Okay.
Okay. So my power went off. It was above the threshold by, I believe, 5, so I get some extra dice. Fire.
So is it what kind of area is it? It's like a square, right? Like a rectangle of sorts?
It's everything. It's gonna explode into from the point I think from this point here. It's gonna explode within 6 meters around it.
Okay, so everything in 6 meters around it.
Yeah.
So Bucket is out of range, thankfully.
Yeah, it's just only gonna singe his eyebrows a little bit.
Okay, and that mutant up there is out of range, but these 4, okay.
Okay.
And there's no dodge for this. They just boom, right?
The firestorm deals 1d10 plus 5 energy damage to all creatures and objects in the area. If you want to treat it as a dodge, like a grenade, I don't know if you could. Up to you.
No, I don't think
Say
so.
on the spell.
No, we're gonna leave it without it. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, it's gonna be 2d10 plus 5.
Because you're way over threshold for the extra d10. Well, average, I guess. 15 points of damage. Hold on, I have something for this.
And oh yeah, are they considered animals?
No.
Okay. Animals within 12 feet of 12 meters of me become scared and restless. Anyway, that was a half action. I'm gonna use the rest of my half action to just move away from this. Like, this is your guy's job.
As you're kind of like backing up, you do hear something. You do hear a couple of these creatures behind you as well. So if you go ahead and look, there are two of them all the way over by the fuel tank.
Oh boy! Hey, do I see them as I'm walking behind them?
I'm telling you that you notice them.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna move here.
You start walking backwards, you take a look over your shoulder, you're like, oh, fuck that, never mind. Right here in the middle is the safest spot.
Yup. Okay. And yeah, that's my action.
Okay. Talking about these two guys for chat's purposes.
Did any of them perchance die but with 15 energy damage?
No, they did, none of them died.
Do they look like they shrug it off?
They don't shrug it off. They do look wounded. They are quite smoky, and their flesh is burned, but they don't look like they've shrugged it off.
Okay.
End of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Prospero, your turn.
Alright, well, I'm going to start by quick drawing one of my laser pistols.
Okay.
Just the, because these guys are reasonably close to us, it looks like.
Yeah.
And by reasonably, I mean far too.
Far too close to you? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to draw my regular laser pistol. I will aim. Let's see. I draw for free. If I recall correctly, I can do like a partial aim and an attack, or a
Yeah, you could do a half.
aim and attack next turn.
You could do a half aim and attack, or you could do a full aim and then attack next turn with the bonus from full.
Let's go ahead and do a half aim.
Okay.
And what is this? Short range, middle?
What is your range?
Oh, good question.
So it should be short range because they're depending on which one you're shooting.
15 is short range for me.
Okay, so you can pick any one of them, and they will be in short range for you.
All right, let's fire at this guy who's trying to eat Bucket's face.
Okay.
See if I can save Bucket.
See if you could save Bucket's life.
That's a standard. No modifiers. That would be a no. I'm gonna, I'm gonna spend a fate point to
Reroll.
reroll.
Okay.
Yes. And figure out where I'm doing that. Let's see.
There you go.
Come on, let's save Bucket.
There you go.
Yay. All right. I assume that's a palpable hit. I'm not sure where 85 is.
That'd be torso.
Oh, left 85?
You flipped
Yeah.
you flipped the numbers for the hit zone. So 85. You already flipped the numbers. So that's
No,
one of the
it's
arms, legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Left leg. Unless it's got weird. Something to do with its weird anatomy. And well, that's not great damage. 3.
3.
Yep.
Okay. Soaks it.
Okay.
So you blast him in the left leg. He kind of goes and looks distracted.
And then I make a note to ask Luther to speed up my catalytic mass driver delivery.
Okay. End of your turn.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, Gabriel, your turn.
All right. Bucket's still in danger, so I'm going to take just a 3 meter step back, then half aim at this mutant
Mm-hmm.
with my hunting rifle,
Okay.
and then fire.
And you're not quite proficient with that
So
yet.
So the normal's minus 30. Would you say I have more? It's just minus 30 or less than that because I have been training, or?
I'll say you have been training, so we'll knock it down to minus 15.
Okay, cool. Short range.
You get the basics, point,
Yep.
line up these things and hope you hit it.
You know what? I will spend a fate point to make that hit.
Okay. Oh, this is a caster frontiersman too. Okay.
Yes. So I don't have the degrees of success to make the to get the bonus accurate damage, but I do get my regular damage. 9, pen 1.
And then he goes down.
Incredible.
Yeah, that one's a torso shot with zone 34.
Indeed.
So you put a hole about the size of an orange in him. Okay. End of your turn?
Yes, that is everything.
Okay. This is now the mutants' turns. I'm playing around with my sound effects today, guys.
Oh, okay, I thought somebody had like backed up a chair really like
Oh.
hard on the linoleum.
No, that was a sound effect. I can change that later if it doesn't evoke anything.
It evoked panic on me.
Oh, okay. That's working. All right. What is your charge range? Not quite. Okay. A run. Let's see. This one's a charge. That one's a charge. That one's a charge. Okay, so 3 charges and a run. So the mutant that shambles up towards you, Prospero, is coming at you full speed, but not quite swinging anything at you. As for Caliphas, Gabriel, and Senna, each of you are being attacked. So here comes the claw attack. Yes.
The ones on the back.
And what about the one? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh boy.
That misses on Caliphas. That one's cocked. 19 will hit on Gabriel. Yeah, 19 will hit. With a threshold of 37. So this is a claw attack.
I will attempt to dodge.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Ooh. Okay. What is your soak?
It is 9.
9? Does
6 rather.
that include your legs?
For legs, no. Legs it is 6.
6, okay. You take 9 total wounds of damage after your soak.
Oh, gee.
Yep. So it cuts you in the leg as you try to scoot out of the way. Bit of blood splatter. Definitely extremely painful. Okay. And then the last one on Senna. That one misses. Okay, these guys. Definitely outside of charge range. But I think it was that one. Okay. Okay, just moving some more things around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shamble, shamble, shamble. Okay. I'm just completely enamored with your line drawing there, Tao. What were you doing?
I'm thinking about using a power.
Okay.
It just gets crazy.
Alright, so the mutants have scrambled around. The Valkyrie is now going to make its turn. It gets 2 attacks, one with its multi-las and one with the door heavy bolter. So multi-las, ballistic skill test is full auto, so that's a threshold of 75. We're looking for 75 or less. 12! Let's delete somebody.
Save Senna.
Save Senna? It's not going to shoot that close to people that are already in melee. That's crazy. Okay, so 3d10 plus 3, pen 4. 15, that's a Righteous Fury. 15, 17, 19 wounds plus pen 4. That is multiple hits too, so that's the first hit. Body blasts. Okay, second hit. 9, 9, 6. That's a lot. That's 18 plus 6 is 24. Pen 4. Oh yeah, he's good and dead. Alright. This mutant gets blown to smithereens by the multi-las. I'm going to move this so people can see. This guy right here. And now here comes the door heavy bolter. That is incredibly long, isn't it? Alright, so door heavy bolter is... That's a 40 on the money. 42, rather. So that is 3 hits. So 2d10, pen 5, explosive damage. Okay, that's 4. Okay, soaks. 7. 7 deals damage. And that is 10. Okay. Alright, so a bunch of rounds slap into the ground around this guy here. and a couple of them catch him, 3 of them specifically. One of them just fails to detonate as it bonks him in the shoulder. The other 2 blow up, throwing viscera everywhere, but it is not downed by that. That is the end of the Valkyrie's turn. It's now Stormtroopers. Bucket is going to... let's see. Senna didn't get hit, so he's not in melee yet. He's going to use his Hellgun, and he's going to try to blast that mutant in front of Senna. So that is a burst. So it's plus... Semi-automatic burst is plus 10? I want to say? Off the top of my head? It's been a while. It's been...
Yes.
Okay. 62 will not make it. But he is in short range. I believe that's another plus 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Short range is plus 10. Is
So-
it short range or point blank?
No,
It's plus 30.
point blank is within 3 meters. So
Okay.
it's 6.1, so he's in short range. So that does hit, because the threshold is 65. He rolled a 62. So that's 1 hit. Alright, so we're doing 1d10 plus 4. That is 11 wounds. That creature is dead. Mutants are going down. Okay. Senna is going to point blank fire kind of around the corner of you, Gabriel, at this mutant that took a swing at you and cut you, trying to do his job. So this one's point blank, so he gets a plus 30 on this. So 50 will hit on the money. 50 on the money. So that is a headshot. And here is our damage. That is 10. That's actually all 50. Let's see. That is, what, 2 hits? So that's 10 damage and 6 damage. So he's down. Okay. And that brings us to Califas. Califas is going to try to point blank blast this guy here who didn't hit him. This one here. 45 will hit. That is 45, 50, 60. We'll call that 2 hits. 8 and 4 is 12 damage. And 1 and 4 is 5 damage, which is soaked. Okay. Milk is going to point blank blast the same guy. 68 misses. Tindaros is going to take his chainsword out, and he's going to charge the guy behind you guys. And charge him. Let's see. That is a plus 10 to hit. And he will hit him. That is 9 plus 3 tearing. Let's see if we can... Nope. We can't crit the damage. Okay. So 9 plus 3 is 12. Alright. He doesn't kill him in that blow, but he does get him tied up in melee with him. Beetlejuice, we're back to you.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Is this door here open?
It is!
What are the walls made out of?
They're made out of rockcrete.
Okay, that's nice. And the Valkyrie, I imagine, flying high and proud and out of their range.
Yep. It is up there. It's doing its sweeps.
I don't know if these guys are like, these guys might do a little bit of damage when they stop charging at it. Okay, so Beetlejuice is going to go and he's going to cast on the power. Holding like air in his hand, cupping it like a ball. It's like there's a tangible thing there. He crushes it, and what was normally like electricity some days ago is like lighting. It's like the electricity that you used to light up a stove, where it's just like a crack, 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 and then it's just like a blue fire. And he points around him, and I'm gonna make a wall of fire around me.
Oh. Okay.
Let me see. What's my range on that, so I don't go overboard. Oh, 60 meter range. Okay, so 60 meters. How much? Oh boy, that's a lot of range. Okay, so let me see if my power goes off. First and foremost.
Which power is this?
It's Wall of Fire, page 175.
You have it in your thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna be Wall of Fire. It's 17. I'm gonna use 3 dice. Plus my thingy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's right on the money.
Threshold 17, and you make it.
Okay, so I make a wall of fire that is 3 meters high and a meter thick, and it can be up to 10 meters long for every point of your willpower bonus.
Okay.
That I can place within range and on top, and even on top of foes. So I have 50 willpower, so I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this with my 50 meters.
Okay. Are you
Okay,
gonna just
so-
draw a line around stuff?
Yep, I'm gonna make some layers of fire here, so I can help my buddies.
Okay.
Yeah, like this. Doop, doop. Protect bucket. We gotta protect bucket. Yeah, and I'm gonna make it sure that like there's just this like a little extra layer of fire here. So if they want to get through here, they're gonna have to go a little bit more effort. Okay, it's like 49.7, just a little bit of like those millimeters going up here, not quite fully grabbing that. There's probably like a slot. Yeah, that's gonna be a full action. And Beetlejuice is like holding his hand in the air, circling around. This wall of fire just comes up and engulfs some of the enemies. And I am allowed a single meter of like reposition, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Beetlejuice like moves a little bit. Tyrandos, what's his official position?
Tindaros is a storm. He's a prime.
Prime. Maybe we should go back inside and create a kill zone. Let me try to help you delay them. And he's just gonna whoosh around. And Bucket, Bucket just having just so much poor luck today with fire. He's getting so close to it, but not outright burning.
He's
There's this little walkway for Bucket.
he's just having a bad day.
Yeah. So I communicate for Tyrandos.
Tindaros.
Tendaris, sorry. That maybe coming back and like using this place to make a kill zone is the right thing. I do this, that's all I can do my turn. And to the ones that were hit by the wall of fire,
Agility
plus-
tests.
plus 20 agility test.
Okay. Alright. That one fails. So this guy fails.
Okay, so 1d10 energy damage.
This one fails.
Uh-huh.
That one's already dead. And so this one's turn. That one passes.
Okay. So for those that failed, it's gonna be 1d10 plus 5, ignores armor.
Okay.
First one, and the other one.
Ignores armor?
Ignores armor.
Okay. Okay, second one burns alive. He's destroyed.
And to the first one, he needs to roll agility again. No pluses to see if he catches on fire.
He catches on fire. So he takes the 1d10 at the end of his next turn, I think. Well, it's a willpower test for him to see if he doesn't run around screaming, I think. So let's do that first. He's going to run around screaming. So, okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. Full action.
Okay.
Plus a little talk with Tindaros.
All right. The Mega Bolter, it is your turn.
The first thing the Mega Bolter wants to do is get away from the fire that suddenly appeared in front of them.
Probably a good idea.
This is the door, right? Where they're
Milk
they're headed.
Milk is in front of the door. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
You gotta have enough movement to get through Milk to be able to go that way.
Let's see. I can move. Oh wait, I'm measuring. So move to there. This squares are 3 meters.
These squares should be 1. Yeah, they're 1.
Okay, so I've moved 2 meters. I am not 100% sure what my speed is.
Your speed is...
My full move is 6.
Yeah, so that would be...
Half move is 3.
So if you want to use your full turn to move, you can move 6. If you want to use half action to move, it's 3.
So 6 would get me inside.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. And
Okay.
I will take cover... No, there.
All right.
My pistol ready.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Gabriel, your turn.
Okay. So I'm no longer engaged.
Nope.
That one's still alive, but
Yep.
on fire, and that
Yep.
one's still alive.
Yep. Oh, he needs a willpower test too. That's cocked. That was a 1. 11. Yep. He passes.
So brave.
He is on fire though.
This one.
This one.
Oh, okay.
CJ, up to you, but it says on the spell that only those who fail the test, like the plus 20 test, when I put down the wall, they need to roll to catch on fire.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he is on that area and he kind of dodged it out of the way.
He still took the damage though.
No, he did not. This guy here passed. This one didn't.
Oh, okay. Then he's fine. Then I'm just gonna move him here. There.
Okay, in which case I will, I suppose, yeah, I think I'm gonna half aim, or first I think I'm gonna move. Why aren't you clicking? Why aren't you clicking? Move here and half aim and fire at that guy.
Okay.
Wait, let me. Oh, okay. So I actually get another +10 when I'm aiming because it is accurate. I just forgot to do that last time. But all right. Short range. Nice. Ooh, that's a fucking hit.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's accuracy damage hit too. So base damage, 10 plus.
Did you put your minus 15 in there?
Yeah. So the -5 is the -15 plus the +10 from aiming and it being accurate that I didn't do last time, but it's okay.
Okay.
Because the regular accurate is you get the +10 from the regular aim action and then another +10 when you aim.
So it should be minus 15, so minus. So it works out to +5 out after that from the, and then the. So you should have a flat +15 on that. You hit anyway, but just.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's minus 15, so we take that first, right?
Yeah.
And then your +10 from your range.
Yeah.
Your +10 from
aiming. And then
aiming.
another +10 from accurate.
Right, so that takes you up to 30. Minus 15 is +15 flat.
Okay, yeah, which is represented by this math anyways. So
Yes, it's just showing wonkily in the thingy. Yeah.
All right. 13.
13. Okay. And you're shooting the one next to Tindaros.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. All right.
And I'm wondering, is there an action tied to the using a fate point to regain that 1d5 hit points?
No, not normally.
No? Okay, then I will do that.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him, he goes down.
Nice.
2. 3 is better than nothing.
It is. That's not how math works. Alright, that is my turn.
That gif. That gif, Tao. Oh my god.
It was the best representation I could find. I had a good image in my head, but I forgot where I saw it. It's in my head, but I don't remember where.
Okay, it's the mutants' turns.
And that one mutant that's in front of us is not on fire. The one I just shot was not on fire.
No, he was not.
Okay, I just make sure there's enough mutants not burned to a crisp for examination afterwards.
On fire is reduced by toughness, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say yes. Pretty much.
Toughness, not armor.
Pretty much everything is reduced by toughness. So. Okay, so he's still alive, but he's gonna run in a random direction because he's on fire and he lost his willpower save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to actually roll a d8, not a d10. Okay, well that had the same result. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can't run that direction, so he's gonna roll again. There's a wall there. 1. Okay. He's gonna run this way, and now he's gonna hit that wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's gonna run this way. The rest of the way he can, which means he runs right back into the fire.
Rough,
CJ.
buddy. That's rough.
Oh boy, CJ, what happened to them? Oh no.
Okay, so now he's going to take damage from it because he is definitely in there. Alright. He's still alive, though, but he bumps into the three of you guys, kind of push him back, and that is the end of his turn.
I think he takes... If he tries to cross it, He has to roll agility again.
Let me roll that real quick. He succeeds.
Okay, good. Okay, time for the rest of the mutants. What are they gonna do?
This may be a bad time to tell you this, but you guys have 4 things that I didn't tell you you had in your additional gear. You got a long-range Vox, you got some glow lamps, you got some rain gear, and a locator beacon. None of that helps you right now, but you have it.
Lovely.
Okay. So that's those 2 mutants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He's going to roll agility because he's going to run through the fire. He fails. He is on fire.
1d10 plus 5. Ignore armor. 12.
12? Okay. Doesn't ignore toughness, though.
Does not.
Okay. Willpower. Fails. That boy ran right in and lost his damn mind over it. Okay. Boop! Go ahead and roll for this guy. He does succeed the agility test, though. So he's not on fire.
That is like 3 barriers worth of damage if they charge over there. Are they crazy enough, CJ?
No. They are not. 13 to there. And then can make it to there. Okay. Fails the agility. Succeeds the willpower. So he's just on fire. So go ahead and roll damage for him.
Ooh, Roger's Fury?
No.
Fire? I don't know if that works.
No. Sorry, it's got to be something that you're actively
Only
doing.
The flames of Holy Prometheum can righteous fury on fire damage.
Yep. This guy fails the agility, fails the willpower. So, and this guy, he's not even gonna make it in. There we go. I got everybody on the same screen. That was the goal.
Right. Just touching the wall like, guys.
Everybody's on. You guys, come on! All right, it's the Valkyrie's turn. All right, come on, Valk. Come on, open. God damn it. That one opens, but it's not a Vulture gunship, it's a Valkyrie, so why isn't it opening? Did I bury it somewhere? What happened here? Okay, I don't know. I believe it has a 45 ballistic skill. It gets a plus 30 from automatic fire. Because it's a vehicle, it doesn't need to worry about not moving and firing. So it can do both at the same time, but it's flying around, so who gives a shit? Multi-laser. 77. Misses. Heavy bolter. 86. Misses. Didn't matter. Moving on. Stormtroopers. Alright, let's see. What's Bucket gonna do?
bucket is like, what the fuck is going on?
He's gonna be very uncomfortable about how hot and sweaty it got. Guys, really, what the fuck? He's gonna half move over here. He's gonna do a single shot with his Hell gun at the closest mutant, who is in point blank range. That hits.
Oh boy.
Doesn't it sound like a lasgun should?
No, to me, felt like somebody threw a baseball through my window.
Oh god. I think it sounds like a lasgun. I also got this one.
That's too sci-fi.
Yeah. Let me turn down the volume on the other blaster. What about try it again? How about that?
Okay, yeah, I can see it. I can imagine like the cinders like popping off as soon as he hits something.
Yeah. All right. D10 9 plus 4 13. 13 points of damage. Still alive. Okay. Senna is going to change places with you. He's going to come around the front there, and he's going to point blank range blast this mutant. 53 hits. First hit was plus 4, so 11. Second hit, plus 4 is another 11, so that'll take it down. Alright. Califast is going to step up here, point blank blast that mutant. 40, that is what we called 2 hits last time. That is a 9. So does that much damage, and that one is a 12. Which does that much damage. That's still alive. Milk is going to step up and going to fire at that mutant as well. That's still in point blank range. 29. That's going to be all 3 hits. Go Milk. Okay, that one's a 7, so it's that much damage. That one's a 10, which is a Righteous Fury. Plus 4, plus 2. It's 16 total. Minus that. And she kills it. That is the end of her attacks. Tindaros is going to do a half move and standard attack with his chainsword. Wish I had a chainsword sound effect. That'd be rad.
Couldn't you just get a chainsaw one?
It feels all the chainsaw sound effects are too on the nose. He misses though, and he doesn't have fate points, so. But he does kind of like get it, kind of like he pushes it while it's on fire and totally losing its mind, and then he tries to swing at it, but it's losing its mind, so it misses. Beetlejuice, your turn. Beetlejuice, you there?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's your turn, buddy.
Okay. I'm going to... Dandaros is just standing in a cloud of death.
Yeah, everybody around him is dead except for these last few mutants over here. This is all the mutants left. Except for this guy over here. And this guy over here.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's 5 of them left. But that's it.
Gabriel, have you perchance told us your wish to keep them less than perfect condition? Like not
I mean-
horribly mangled?
No, but like as long as you don't burn this one, we're good.
This one here, like this one that you killed, and like it's just right atop the wall too.
Yeah, and this one, it's fine. So
Okay. I'm going to give like 10 arrows like a little help there. Let's make this roll like this, and I'm gonna try to spasm them.
Oh,
Ooh,
No.
19?
very good, very good.
A 19 is a overbleed by... It's a overbleed by 12, so I get to add... I had to choose 3 targets within 50 meters, which is gonna be this one, and let's go and help Milk. This guy.
That one, this guy over here is Bucket.
I mean. Yeah, Bucket. Yeah, so this one, and this one are going to make either willpower saves or they're just gonna fall on the ground and only be able to yeah, and they must use an stand action to regain their feet later.
All 3 of them fail.
Oh boy, they just Beetlejuice is still in the vibe of and like the flavor of just eyes on fire, but he's going a little bit more subtle now as like the fire just like hits them on a certain place and like their nervous system just like go a little bit fritz, and they all fall down. It is a half action, so I'm just gonna move into here.
Take cover.
Yup. No, no, just gonna go one more, just for protection. But yeah, that's where I am. That's my turn.
Okay. End of your turn. It is now the Mega Bolter Prospero Hank's turn.
Is there anything alive?
There are a few things alive. There's this guy, this guy, this guy.
Okay, alright.
Dead ones have access through them. This guy and this guy.
Okay, so then I'll just... Well, I figure I've got kind of line of sight on these 2 guys down here.
Yeah.
Now, can I shoot past Tindarin?
Yeah, you can shoot past Tendaros.
Okay. In that case, let's go ahead.
He is not technically...
Yeah.
They're not technically in melee because he missed his last attack. So there's no penalty to firing into this.
Okay. Well, let's see, and that is... That's like 7, just over 7 meters.
Yep.
All right.
Short range still, so if you want to aim, you can get that nice plus 20.
Yeah, we'll definitely aim. And I will steady my aim to attack next turn.
Oh, okay. Full aim.
Well, I can do... Yeah, I'm going to go full aim.
Alright.
Because some of these guys are prone, you would have plus 10 on them in case like that's enough for you.
Oh. That'd give me a plus 20 with a half aim then. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot one then since I get that bonus.
Okay.
So half aim, short, standard, and a 10 bonus for them being prone. Just barely, 1.9 degrees of success.
That hits.
And 94 would be, I don't know if it affected by them being prone, but it'd be a right leg shot.
Yeah. They have the same armor armor rating everywhere.
Let's get some damage. And we 8.
8.
Yep.
Okay. You wing him.
Okay.
So as it's down, you shoot him in like the thigh, burning a nice hole in it. Okay.
Wait, nobody's there, and Prospero kind of looks a little sad and spins their pistol like they're showing off.
Nobody saw it happen, but it happened. And you feel good about it. Gabriel, it is your turn.
All right. Both of these are prone, yeah?
Yeah, and the one that's closest to you is on fire and losing his mind over it.
Right. I'm gonna aim for this one then.
Okay.
Half aim. Regular business. Oh damn. They really... I am starting to get this. I understand.
You are. You hit him, definitely.
And I do 19 damage.
Still alive. It's got a pretty decent soak on it.
Fair.
These things are tough. You're starting to put together in your head after you shoot him with this rifle why the gangers fell to these creatures. If it weren't for, you know, Beetlejuice's powers, the firewall, and the, you know, your comrades being such professionals at taking these things down, you guys would have been overwhelmed.
Right. That's fair.
So it's starting to make sense in your head how that all played out and how that happened. It is now the mutants' turns. This guy is on fire, Tao. So go ahead and roll for him. I'm gonna roll him a check. No, he fails. So he's gonna still be on fire, losing his mind about it.
Ooh. Being on fire also takes away your fatigue, but I don't know if you care about that. It's already too much.
We're talking about hit points right now. So.
Yep. Okay. So, do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, roll damage for him for being on fire. Just regular on fire.
Oh shit! I'm feeling it.
Okay. He's not dead, but he is definitely burning up completely. Alright, so this guy is going to step over his comrade. He's going to... What is it? Agility thing to get him off the ground? Right?
It's gonna be a stand action, so...
Okay, so...
he only has a half action right now.
Alright, yeah, so he's going to He's going to use 1 free meter of movement to move, and then he's going to attack Tindaros with his claws.
Which, at the very least, is not a full auto attack.
Right. He misses with a 93. This mutant's going to rush through to try to attack. He's going to make his agility roll. He does! 26. Now he's going to attack. 59 misses. Okay. Yeah. Free meter, stand action, and half action attack. 40 will miss. This guy is going to shamble through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to do the agility. Ooh, passes with an 18. That is the end of his turn. We're now at the Valkyrie. Valkyrie's got a ballistic skill of 45, and it's going to go ahead and shoot with its multi-las at this guy right here, because fuck him, that's why. 30 on the money. That's 3d10. 8 plus 7 is 15, plus another 5 is 20. That is a D8. That is not supposed to be in there. Okay, 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 5 is 14. Plus, I think it's 3, so 17. He's dead.
Nice.
Alright, and now Heavy Bolter. I think we're gonna go with this fucker here. So I'm gonna just play the sound while I'm rolling the hit to hit and doing the math. It's cocked. 53 will hit. 3 times. So that is a double Righteous Fury. That's 2 zeros. That's a 4 and that's a 1, so 5. So 25 on the first hit. That is a lot of damage. That is enough to kill him outright. So just round after round of mass reactive bolt shell just pounds into this guy. He is a pulp. Okay, stormtroopers' turns. Alright, over here we have a melee unfolding. Our stormtrooper bucket hasn't been hit yet, but he's going to go ahead and he's going to try to blast him. 59 will hit at point blank range. He has a ballistic skill of 45 also. So 59, that's it's 2 hits. All right. 12 and 10 takes him down.
Amazing.
Nope.
Can they take this stew off before the round resets? Let's see.
We'll see. The last 2, we'll find out now. Senna's going to step up, try to blast this guy that's prone. 47. That is also going to be 2 hits.
Execute them.
First hit is 9 damage, and the second hit is 13 damage. That's enough. Dead. Milk is going to move 1 and blast. That is a 10. That is everything hits. Man, Milk is MVP. That's 5. That one soaks. 10. And 12. Or, not 12. 11. Still alive. Let's see. We got Calfast left. Let's see if Calfast can finish. 1, 2, 3. Misses. Unfortunate. Alright. Tindaros, let's go. Chainsword. He hits. Attempt to dodge. Fails. Okay. 9, pen 3. Still alive. Beetlejuice, it is your turn.
Oh, how bad does it look?
It looks bad. Looks pretty bad.
Okay.
You've seen a lot of these things get like cut down and blasted apart. That one's got a couple of big holes in it from the hell guns, and now it's got this huge tear across its chest from the chainsword.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to finish it off.
Okay.
I'm gonna firebolt it.
All right, firebolt.
This time it's not a cantrip.
It's a full spell, damn it! It gets the respect it finally deserves.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna show off to Tyndaris and
Don't. You are.
No.
You are.
No, yeah,
No.
I deserve this. If he fails, I deserve this. Oh no, nothing at all.
26. Okay.
Overbleed by.
I think that's a lot of overbleed.
Oh, that's 15. So I get 4 blasts of firebolts.
Mhm.
CJ, it says a willpower save.
I believe you
Say
roll
that,
will.
I
believe you.
It's like a ranged attack, but it's also psychic. I probably don't get any bonus from range, right? It's just like
No, you
Mind
don't
guide?
get any. Yeah, you don't get any bonus from range. You roll the willpower, your willpower to hit with it.
yeah, very fair. Failure. Oh, failure.
Uh oh. Ooh, hit.
Oh. Ooh.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, now you roll damage.
Okay. Armor will protect against this one.
Okay. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is just going to like wave like his staff a little around and over Milk and Caliphas and like around Tyndaris is gonna like 4 bolts are going to just curve around him and just smack this thing into the ground. Bah!
Okay, that one burns up, 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 burns up, burns up.
No, that one was outside the fire, never in the fire.
The last one that I
Yeah,
removed?
the last one you deleted, that
he
one
wa-
was the one I killed before the.
Yeah, this one that was on bucket. I
It
made
was-
the wall like
yeah.
this around him.
Okay. Well, we'll say there's one there.
Well, actually, I'm not actually. As long as there is at least one to examine, I'm fine.
There are a few.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
Let me look around the map real quick. No.
Okay.
Strange. The soundtrack hasn't changed yet.
Oh no.
You're fine.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is gonna keep up the power up for enough time for him to just take a box of glow sticks from his pocket. He's gonna light up next to the wall, right of him, and then the fire's just gonna go out.
All of them?
All the walls, yeah. He's gonna light a glow stick on it, and then he's gonna turn it off.
I am going to.
And he's going to a little to the corner, like lean against the wall and like smoke a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 of my 5 trauma blasts to heal myself for 2.
Okay.
Or are you gonna do something first?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you were wounded. I can heal you up.
Nobody else got hit.
If you wanna do that first.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna heal you up real quick. Yep, I healed you, and you're gonna receive. Oh, you're gonna receive 5.
Wild. Okay. Actually, that's great because that means I'm now considered lightly wounded, and I can just do a regular first aid on myself, spending a charge on my med kit.
Takes a puff. Want one?
And I can. No, thank you. So that should bring me back up to full.
Okay.
Well, I hope I didn't bleed on the remains too much. and I will immediately start examining just the closest mutant corpse.
Okay. Give me a... Let's see here.
I have not seen this before.
No, you have not. That's why I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's do a Medicaid. Let's do a field autopsy.
Okay. I'll be taking my time with it for the +10 bonus.
Okay.
But I don't get the first aid bonus, so it just stays at +10.
You guys hear Tindaro's coming over the comms. Go ahead and call back to base, Thunder. We're all clear down here. Roger. Wilco.
Alright, that is 5.3 degrees of success.
Okay.
I suppose, so the first things first is going to be taking samples for genetic sequencing to figure out exactly how this mutation came about when we get back to a proper lab. Otherwise, I think I'm going to sort of just be looking in to see if this, if the mutant part of the biology, well, confirm, these were humans, yes?
As far as you can tell, you're not even really sure, because as you cut it open and you look inside, everything's not where it's supposed to be. This thing is so horribly mutated beyond recognition that if it was human, it's definitely no longer human.
Okay, so that'll be another question for genetic sampling. Is there a biological structure that it seems to resemble, like body plan-wise, organ plan-wise?
It doesn't really make any sense to you. I mean, you're looking for something that, like, makes sense from a, does this make sense for an insect, or does this make sense for a mammal? It makes no sense in there.
So it does answer one of my questions, which is basically this does not seem to obey the laws of any known biological system that I am familiar with.
Yep.
Which marks it clearly as capital X Xenos or warp entity.
Yep.
It's kind of an aside, but I always do wonder, is the sort of like tendency to call, like, what is a Xenos in, like, a Grox to us would be a Xenos, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a certain amount of wacky sci-fi monster that is normal animal to us, but
yeah.
this is not it.
No, this is not normal.
Okay. Sounds good. Aside from that, do they have any personal effects? Are they wearing clothes on their less insectoid top halves?
Nope. The only personal effects that they seem to have is each of them has some kind of like rusty, improvised, half-assed weapon.
Right. Interesting.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will be taking like documentations of all these things as well, and sort of just frowning a lot.
A lot of frowning. Okay. Frown.
And saying to, actually, I say to Tindaros, I don't suppose you would support me in requesting further research materials, or access to further research materials from the Inquisitor, so we can figure out what the hell this is.
Normally you just submit the report, and if it is deemed necessary, you get access.
I see. The question I have is, why didn't they attack last night when you all showed up?
That's a good question. I don't know. We weren't here very long, though. We were here longer this time than we were last time. We were here total maybe 10 minutes at most. 10-15 minutes at most. Here, we've been here a couple hours.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, Maybe they were on their way, and by the time they got here, we were already gone.
Certainly a possibility. Well, I'm assuming we can't... Does anyone live out here? Is there a danger of people seeing these corpses?
Nobody really lives out here. There's most of the people on St. Astrid's live in St. Astrid's in the city. There's the Mechanicus Enclave halfway across the planet. A lot of Mechanicus live there. But other than that, the few settlements out in the hinterlands, out in the wastelands, are, based around a resource mining operation, either like a ore mine or a promethium mine or some other kind of natural resource. That's what they're all based off of.
Yes, so I guess there is still a risk so far as we should incinerate these corpses, because part of what we do in the Inquisition is make sure people don't know shit like this exists.
Yeah. But on the other hand, these settlements are so few and far between that the practical risk is low, but the policy is going to be, well, there is a risk.
Syria never cared about practicality.
Right. Well, the policy says, since there is a risk, we must burn the site completely. So,
Okay. I'd like one of the corpses retained, the most intact corpse retained for study, and then the rest got rid of.
Okay. The stormtroopers are going to start piling the bodies around over here. You can keep that one that you're working on.
Sounds good.
They're going to light a little bonfire. Take some fuel from the fuel tank over there in the other corner. And then they're going to just...
There are no... Also, I think I asked this already, but there are no, indigenous insectoid megafauna on St. Astrid's.
As far as you're aware.
Okay.
Okay. Does that sum up your inquiry on the mutant?
For now, yep.
Okay.
All I can really
Alrighty.
handle right now. Actually,
go.
No.
No?
Well,
Yes?
I'll have to examine. Actually, in my autopsy, did I find stomach contents? If I can find a stomach?
You found a lot of stuff that's kind of like a stomach, but kind of not. Most of what this seems to be is just some kind of machine for killing.
Right.
And it doesn't really eat because it needs to eat.
I guess do I find a sack where where I might find the remains?
Yes, but it's empty.
So I don't actually find any remains of the missing
Right.
biomass that we should have found.
Yeah.
Okay, that's curious. Alright, yep, that's all the questions I have for the in the field study.
Okay. Beetlejuice or Prospero? Who would like to go next?
I will let Beetlejuice go next.
Are we just talking in this area or like in a little bit of the future? Because it did talk a little bit about autopsy, and I don't know if that was...
I did like a brief examination right here, but...
Just in this scene, anything you want to do.
If I don't get requested by anybody, I'm just gonna stay close to the stormtroopers and like stay aware in case like they need support for anything.
Mm-hmm. They're just kind of like commiserating around the fire. They've got their helmets off and kind of like strapped to their sides. Half of them are smoking.
Beetlejuice is going to respectfully take the psyker. Then
the psyker distance.
Yeah, the social distancing that the psyker expects.
Mm. Okay. If that's all you want to do, we'll move on.
Indeed.
Okay. Prospero, anything you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much for Prospero to do because I checked the technology that I found and we didn't find anything else. Like, there's no computers of them where they've kept records of their.
Well, we still haven't found the vehicles.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I will cautiously head toward that, toward the, what is it, crevasse ditch, where the vehicles were supposed to be.
Sure.
Making sure I've got some guards with me.
Yeah, Senna and Bucket will go with you. You head over to where those crash sites are, and it's just blood and viscera inside the cabins of the trucks. And they're like half loaded, half not loaded. So it looks like your hypothesis is correct. They were trying to flee and they got caught.
Okay. I'm going to ask them to cover me, and I'm going to slip down toward the vehicles to see if I can find anything useful there.
Okay, go ahead and roll a search.
Or information. Search. That's a basic skill.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen.
You might get lucky.
I'm going to have to get super lucky. No.
No.
I rolled a 39 against a 17.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, so Prospero doesn't have a clue what they're looking for. They're just kind of like looking through windows.
Opening up the glove box, looking under the seats, looking in the back.
Like where you'd look if you were trying to find the keys in a car, you know? Flipping on the visors.
Yeah. A lot of
Did you find the bodies?
No bodies.
Oh no? Just
No.
more viscera?
Yeah. No bodies.
Yeah.
There's like you find like a magazine, but it's spent. Of from like an auto pistol. You find like like a thing full of cigarette butts.
I guess specifically, does Prospero mention to the rest of us that, or I guess we would go with just because Gabriel is trying to like make up the biomass and figure out where all of the deceased went.
No, you don't. If you go with, they're definitely not here in the trucks.
No.
No. Some drugs in the trucks, but nothing else.
Right. And does the trail that I was following connect to this these vehicles?
More or less, yeah. You lose it a couple of places in between from the rain and the mud and the slush, but it kind of leads in that direction when you pick it up again. And it does lead to those trucks, but it doesn't really, that's exactly where you expected it to go. So
Does it continue anywhere past that area?
You can't really tell with the prior roll you made.
Okay. Gabriel will say, getting the suspicion that the missing biomass is currently being burned on a pyre in the center of the building area complex.
Wow.
These people turned into those things. Maybe not all at once, but I think maybe a psyker did it.
You guys having a nice little conversation about that?
Can I make my own kind of search roll just to check over the vehicles, see if there's any other elements? Cool. 3.4.
Despite Prospero not really knowing what he was looking for, you don't find anything either. There's nothing of interest here other than drugs in the cabin and just the blood and viscera and the drugs in the back and the blood and viscera in the cabins.
Okay. So yeah, I guess would there does the relative amounts of blood and gore support the possibility that the mutants were the gangers? Or do the ratios not line up?
If you're trying to math it out, I'm going to need you to do a roll for that.
Okay. Logic?
Mm,
Or numerology?
I'm going to say this is going to be hard logic because, yeah, do a hard logic, minus 15.
Cool. I will take my times, so make that minus 15 a minus 5.
Ooh, on
That
the...
is on the nose. I can't spend a fate point. So yeah, it is on the nose.
Okay. You're kind of doing the math, and it's a workable theory. You'd have to see it in action to prove it. But you are fairly certain that if the mass went anywhere other than away from here, it is entirely possible that the gangers turned into these things. That is something that would make sense to you. But they lost or gained a relative amount of mass depending on what their body types were before. You don't know that factor. You don't know what X is. But I
guess basically I'm trying to rule that as they say in the forensic business, this this potentiality cannot be excluded.
Yeah, it can't. It's a possibility. But you don't know what the body types of the gangers were, so you can't say for sure, there's this much mass and there were roughly this many same-like mutants that were there, and the total mass of the two groups equals the same, but Big Jim and Little Todd even out. Like you can't say that for sure.
And I also, so yes, that, but then also it doesn't, unless they disappeared into thin air, like going into the warp or something. It doesn't seem like they went anywhere else. There's no tracks or trails heading away. So
it's the workable theory.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Then that will be.
Between my my lores of mutant, warp, and psyker, is possible for me to try to draw a conclusion on how these guys were made?
Sure.
Which one would I roll?
You can roll. What you could do is you could roll all three of them in succession, and we can combine the values and see what that works out to.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
And I'm going to re-roll the one with the mutant.
Okay.
Because life is too short.
Even worse. Okay. So what you know is psychers can mutate themselves. Many of them are heavily mutated, and they don't usually last very long. You do know that the worse the mutation is, the bigger the taint. And the bigger the taint means that the less human they become. You also know that a powerful psyker did roll through here at some point in the recent past, and so it is likely that may be connected, but you're not sure how far that can be carried or how much warp energy is required to make this thing. So, does that make sense? You with me, Tao?
I am.
Okay. So you know that it may be possible. You doubt that all of these men were psychers. but you don't know like how powerful you would need to be to do that and how much energy it would take. So alrighty. Any other inquiries while we're still in the scene?
On my side, do I have like a certainty that this was made with warp, or is that just like a strong possibility?
With how tainted they are, and how mutated they were definitely significantly addled with warp energy. You just don't know how much.
Okay. I'm also done.
Okay. And Prospero has taken a position of not really much to do for himself other than hang around the group and see what he can think. So what does he think?
Prospero, this is all kind of new to them. So they don't, and if nobody's talking out loud, then they really don't have any idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just kind of wandering around, poking into corners, and seeing if they can find anything useful. They're quite literally trying to make themselves useful.
Mm-hmm.
Who, you know.
Gotcha.
Probably pestering. Probably bothering Gabriel. My friend Gabriel, is this of use? Friend Gabriel, do you find this interesting?
Gabriel will actually sort of like be speaking aloud. Just saying, basically the conclusion is there's not much more we can tell here. Got to do a
Gotta go to the lab.
got to go to the lab, and also got to get the Inquisitor to give us some more illicit documents.
Gotta get those documents. Okay. You guys will load up onto the Valkyrie when you're done with your little science project there.
Indeed.
And you will fly back to base with Bravo Squad and rejoin them in Keller's Hold. In just a moment here. Okay. So I'm moving tokens around on the other screen to kind of like get you guys to where you need to be for when you arrive. Okay. While I'm doing this part, you guys can go ahead and come back to here. We zoom out. You guys have just gotten off the elevator into Keller's Hold, your base camp. So, this space is now yours. Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Are we being called immediately somewhere?
Nope.
I gotta take a shower and then write my report. I'm covering to mutant suit.
I'm going to start making people really petition to get me a lab sooner and conduct an autopsy right here.
Okay.
There's probably a petition somewhere like on like the bottom of the pile for Beetlejuice saying, "Please, I want the training facility."
There you go. There's your mutant.
See, that's why you gotta make it other people's problems.
Okay. So you head to the showers. You go ahead and get showered. These guys commiserate for a moment. And then they start coming down towards the showers as well. And Tindaris goes over to report into Lord Limina. Which leaves Prospero by the elevator there. Alpha Team has returned, but there is no sign of friend Maria.
Oh no.
That is concerning.
Luther is not at the window.
Now that's concerning.
But that's okay. Prospero is gonna stand there.
Because the logic says that Luther is Maria.
After about 20 minutes, Luther does leave the meeting in the meeting room, and he comes by and he says, "Have you been standing here the whole time?"
No, only several minutes.
Okay.
I find it essential that my order comes in soon. Can you tell me the timeline?
Okay, let me check. And he goes ahead and he turns over to the cogitator. You hear him click-clacking away on the keyboard there. He says, I got confirmation that it's on its way. It's been placed aboard a transport cruiser. And so it will be here, hopefully within 2 months' time. Or, and this is important because warp travel's involved, 50 years from now, or last year. So let me go check to see if it's in the back.
Friend Luther, I greatly require a very large gun that holds a lot of bullets and does excessively deep penetration.
Don't we all? And he walks into the back of the armory. Sadly, he rolled a 99. It is not there.
Prospero will walk away looking dejected.
He says, sorry, your gun isn't here. So it didn't arrive last year.
Oh, 99. 100 and he would have hit a Blackstone fortress.
Okay. So Gabriel is doing a very gross autopsy in his temporary lab. Prospero is walking away dejectedly past Lucas and Arrestor's card game. Beetlejuice has already taken a shower and is heading back to one of the other tables. Are you sitting there?
Sorry, I didn't catch the end of that statement.
I was asking if Beetlejuice is hanging out by that table.
Yeah, I'm writing my report over here.
Okay. After a little bit, Bravo team comes out of the locker room and sort of rejoins everybody. They're kind of in their sort of exercise fatigues, sweats. Milk comes over and sits next to Meridian. Senna sits at your table and puts his feet up on the table and starts to smoke. Alright. We're going to close here for the evening. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys had a good time. And we'll meet again for Dark Heresy, Choir of the Void. in 2 weeks on the 15th. So come back and see us then. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.